And for more on the Winter Games, I'm joined now by Wang Dong, a sports journalism professor at Shanghai International Studies University. Always great to see you.
Good to see you too, Elaine.
Well, we know that China is very used to hosting big events, not to mention the Winter Olympics in Beijing. But tell us about the significance of this region hosting the National Winter Games.
Well, especially this is after, as your correspondent mentioned, the huge success of the 2022 Beijing Winter Games. The legacy is still going on. And of course, this right now is fanning out to the Inner Mongolia region as well for these big games. And I believe, for at the professional level, many professional athletes will showcase their skills really at this competitive stage. But I think more importantly, grassroots level people will be involved, will not only be interested in watching and enjoying what will be happening and unfolding during the games, but also they themselves will be even more galvanized, if you will, to get involved into winter sports. And this is really going on in China. The momentum after the Winter Olympics in Beijing 2 years ago is still picking up very strong. The momentum is right there. And winter sports, usually, if you talk about winter sports, it might be very popular in northeastern China, the Chinese areas, such as the three provinces, Jilin, Liaoning, and Heilongjiang, maybe Xinjiang as well. But I'm saying right now it is going on really going rampant, if you will, around the country. Even in southern parts of China, winter sports is getting to be very popular. Indoor ice rinks, indoor skiing resorts, and so forth, all there. People really get pleasure out of ice, out of snow.
You and I have been talking about this for the last several years now, 14th National Games there. And of course, you mentioned the Olympics. Talk about some of the growth and where you see the most interest, especially when it comes to the kids and families as you're trying to begin this generational beginning for this love of winter sports. What are families looking to do to spend time with each other, but also hopefully grow the next Olympian?
Yes, indeed. Actually, you got some role models from the Chinese squad in the past, like Su Yiming and Elaine Reyes and so forth. Young parents would like to send their kids not only to a swimming pool, to do many, shall we say, summer sport events and activities, but right now they are really influenced by these role models to dare to try out for their kids in these winter sports activities as well. And of course, sports facilities are all over in China right now. To just give you an example about Xinjiang, the northern part of China, northwestern part of China right now. And right now, the autonomous region boasts 188 ice and snow venues, including 101 ski resorts, welcoming or attracting a lot of tourists from the north, from the south, from all over the country to get there. And parents will send their kids there to be trained, to really enjoy, as I mentioned, the pleasure of winter sports. And also, one thing about this whole thing is that the winter sports the winter sports involvement really has been fulfilling the promises from the government. In the past, we mentioned that we would like to engage 300 million people to be involved in winter sports. Right now, I think the figure is really getting there, or even has already surpassed the figure. I have a figure here, a report from the Chinese Tourism Research Institute. During the winter seasons between 2024 and 2025, visits to winter resorts, including skating venues, ski resorts, and so forth, nationwide, are expected to reach 520 million, generating about 720 billion Chinese RMB. I mean, this is a fantastic contribution to the nation's GDP as well. And not to mention that people just love to be involved, as I mentioned, to be fully armed with their sports gear, sports outfits, and to really, hopefully, learn or follow the footsteps of these role models there, like Su Yiming, Elaine Reyes, as I mentioned, to have a day to represent the country, to really compete or to showcase their winter sports skills.
And Professor, no doubt that you are also seeing a big difference when it comes to buying and spending for sports equipment and the winter sports apparel industry, because you have to have something to wear, you've got to be warm. What are you seeing there when it comes to that sector?
I think, as I mentioned, really this is going to pick up even more so down the line. And for one thing, for young generation people, they feel to have this kind of outfit is really cool. They consider it very cool, fully armed, like well armored and so forth. On the other hand, as you mentioned, in the southern part of China, heating might still be, not totally there. To be to fully armed means that to be really kept very warm, and they love this kind of outfit, if you are the sports gear or sports wear, if you will. And also when they are on the ice or actually in the snow, they also feel they're fully ready and well protected. And really, by all these things going on, and young kids feel they are safe. In the past, especially in the southern part of China, young kids from the young parents as well feel that their kids might get injured very easily, may get hurt very easily. And by doing so, with their being fully armed and so forth, they feel they're ready to give it a go. And that's also part of the reason that the sport of winter sports, winter activities are getting to be so popular in the southern part of China, south of Yangtze River.
All right, Professor Wang Dong, always great to see you. Can't wait to see the 14th National Winter Games. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you, Elaine.